Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Najmi Adli bin Mustafa and my metric number is 056970.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amira binti Muhammad Yusuf. My metric number 0570.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Hidayah binti Muhammad Jalani. My metric number is 055803.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Syamimi Afifah binti Muhammad Asri. My metric number is 055708.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Ashim bin Midun. My matrix number 054732.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fatimi bin Salim.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Faris bin Ali Albi Adran. My matrix number is 056971.
Okay, today I would like to share and explain about definition of wakalah. In literally, wakalah means agency, representative, project, mandate, authorization, delegation, improvement, or each other. And technically, the employment of someone to take over the appointed affair on his or her behalf for the purpose of accomplishment of a certain task. Wakalah implies a kind of a delegation by a person of his business to act on his behalf. The delegation of power of wakalah by a person has the first party to others as the second party in the thing represented just implement something limited to the power or authority given by the first, and but if that a power has been implemented according to the required, and then all risk and responsibility for this command are fully implemented into the first party or his wakalah.
So today I will continue explain regarding legitimacy of wakalah. First of all, the legitimacy of wakalah contract is derived from Quran and founded on the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the consensus of Muslim jurists, which is ijma. So the legitimacy of wakalah will be explained based on these three types of sources, which is Quran, Sunnah, and ijma. So let's proceed with the first sources, which is Quran. The following verse of Quran implies the general permissibility of wakalah. First, based on Surah At-Taubah, verse number 16, which Allah stated, which mean alms is only for the poor and the needy, for those employed to administer it, which is fund. The verse indicate the assigning of agent for zakat management, including collection and distribution process. Next, we proceed to the second sources, which is Sunnah. The following hadith implies the general permissibility of wakalah. When Urwah reported that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave him a dinar to buy a sheep, then he bought 2 sheep, sold one of them for a dinar, and brought him a sheep and a dinar. So the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam invoked a blessing on him in his business dealing, and he was such that if he bought thus, he will make a profit. This is based on hadith Sahih Bukhari. Next, reported by Abi Hurairah radhiyallahu anhu to the effect that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had sent Umar radhiyallahu anhu to be his agent in zakat collection as a representative in zakat collection. That's for Sunnah. Last but not least, we look at to the ijma. Muslim jurists have reached ijma on the permissibility of wakalah when the ummah had come to a consensus on the legitimacy of wakalah contract, since there is a great need for it, and individuals are also not capable of catering and handling all his or her needs, matter and daily affair on their own without having to resort for the help of other people. Thus, it is permitted because it is one of the types of cooperation on good deeds and fear of God, which is وَتَعَوَّنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى, which is the elements, the concept that really encouraged in Islam. I think that's all for the legitimacy of wakalah.
Today, I want to tell you about type of wakalah. Wakalah has been divided to types. It is wakalah mutlaqah and wakalah muqayyadah. The first type, wakalah mutlaqah, it is unlimited agency. A wakalah contract that it is not restricted to any condition except for those that are permitted in Islam. It also not confined to any certain of time limit. The second type of wakalah is wakalah muqayyadah. Wakalah muqayyadah is a limited agency. A wakalah contract that is restricted to or confined with certain conditions that are limited by Islam. It is bounded by special time limit. That's all from me. Thank you.
Present about pillar and condition wakalah. There are 4 pillars in wakalah. The first one is wakil, second one muwakil, third one muwakal bih, and the last one sirah. Wakil is authorized agents, representative, proxy and trustee. Muwakil is authorizer, mandatory, clients and principal. For muwakal bih, things or subject matter that is being entrusted or the business they involves. And the last one is sirah. Ijab means offer and qabul means acceptance. Next is conditions. There are 4 conditions in wakalah. The first one is the goods or affairs to be represented must be part of the rights and power of the representative, not the goods or occupation of others. For the second one is representative and recipient must be puberty and sensible. The third one is the matter represented must be clear so that the receiving party can word or proceed properly. And the last one is ijab and qabul, permission from the representative to show his willingness representing something, and qabul from the recipient of the representative to show his willingness in accepting the matter delegated to him. So, I will pass other to my member. Thank you.
So today in this video, I would like to present about termination of wakalah. Okay, in this slide, termination of wakalah contain 4 points. The first point is if either of the party is insane in wakalah akad, which is mean it will disqualify or it can be cancelled because the owner is insane or both sides must be not insane. Okay, second is if the intent is contained in the contract execution wakalah complete or party who do wakalah, both the authorizing party or parties who receive power. This is because each party must have balanced power in the contract, or it can be cancelled if one side have a power only. It must have both sides have power. Then the lost power of right is authorized terminated because one party is dead. Okay, the lost power can be the lost power of right is authorized terminated because one party is dead. It can be cancelled because one party is dead. It must both sides must stay alive to complete the contract. Okay, lastly, wakalah was decided by one in or authorized an object. This is because the wakalah for contract, both sides must be agree to decide what object they want to be in wakalah.
Today I want to present about the contemporary in wakalah. Basically, the contemporary of wakalah is known as the concept of wakalah, which is the application of wakalah in Islamic banking or Islamic finance. Wakalah is widely used in Islamic finance and Islamic banking, where a representative is appointed to undertake a transaction on another person's behalf. The agency law or wakalah law is to facilitate economic exchange, where they are hindered by distance, number, size, or where principal is unable or unwilling to act personally. Now, I want to tell you about the application of wakalah in Islamic banking. Wakalah can be used in transferring money through the bank. The muwakil appoints the bank as wakil, which debits certain amount of money to an account. The wakil will transfer the money to selected customer. The muwakil can transfer his or her money through the cash deposit machine, which is CDM. Here, the cash deposit machine will act as wakil on behalf of the bank, which known as muwakil. In the case of postal money orders, where the bank, which is wakil, receive the money directly from the customers and send to the intended customers, which is muwakil. While in the case of letter or credit commitment, the bank act as a wakil on behalf of a client. This concept of wakalah is used in various services such as sale and purchases, letting and hiring, borrowing and lending, assign of debt, guarantee, liquidation, payment and collection of trade bills, fund management, and any others. Wakalah is also used in various Islamic finance products like musyarakah, mudarabah, murabahah, salam, istisna, ijarah, or takaful products. Another applications of wakalah is banks normally charge fee for agency services rendered by them on behalf of their clients. An agency contract could be specific or general. It could be both commutative or non-commutative. The nature of activity to be undertaken should be clearly defined to avoid any disputes. For example, if wakalah is for the sale or purchase of specific goods, the kind, quality, and other necessary attributes of the commodity should be clearly defined. In the case of wakalah of sales, the principal appoints an agent to sell a certain property for him. The agent is responsible for making payment and receiving goods on behalf of the principals. He has the authority of claiming the price, exercising the right of option of avoiding a sale on account of defective goods or inspection, and returning goods, as well as similar rights and liabilities associated with sale transactions. So that's all from me. Hope you guys understand the explanation, and thank you.
So for this slide, we want to present about the issue of wakalah. The first issue of wakalah is guarantee. Generally, among the technique used by financial institution to get invested in investment offer is with provide either a profit guarantee or a capital guarantee. There are two views of jurists on this issue. Imam Hanafi, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Maliki and Imam Hanbali argue that any condition of guaranteeing is invalid because it contradicts with the content of contract that is not to be charged one party to give guarantee of damage on things beyond the control of the property and good contract. Why? Qatadah, Daud al-Zahiri and al-Shawkani are of the option that such conditions are authentic and can be made and applied. They apply the principle when satisfied and volunteer of guarantee, then it is a must. Generally, the jurist does not require a guarantee of return in any transaction business. It can lead to gharar due to gains and loss in something investment cannot be guaranteed. The same goes for Islamic financial institutions that do not will guarantee that investor will receive at least a rate minimum investment profit as expected. Investment loss are fully borne by the investor unless it is proof that the financial institution Islam has been careless or violated the term of the agreement. Besides that, investors have the right to designate Islamic financial institution as authorized representative to invest in instruments that potentially generate at least a minimum profit. According, if the investor decides to terminate the investment contract and issue the entire investment amount, the investor consider withdrawing the capital investment mandate from Islamic financial institution. In this case, the investor is only entitled to the current investment value. So the next issue for wakalah is capital protection. Capital protection is one of the specific feathers of the product structure Islamic. As we all know, structured products are defined as security that combine between Sharia compliant fixed income instrument with the Sharia compliant derivative instrument. Such investment have capability to ensure investor will receive back part or all of capital has been invested in the maturity date of the investment. Based on the research, the capital protection offered is must and allow on the policy of how investment are implemented to recover the original capital is compliant Islamic principle. This happens when most of the capital is invested in the product will be invest in a fixed income instrument that will provide a return capital if held until maturity. Extra in turn, the remaining investment capital will be invested in derivative instrument that will provide additional opportunity for profit. So the next point is the third issue of wakalah is wakalah fee. Wakalah contract is required by Sharia either by charging a fee or volunteer or not fee or without fee. Wages or fee in wakalah contract must be determined clearly, either in the form of certain amount or ratio and mutual agree by the contracting parties. It can be paid directly or paid during the contract in agreement time period. In wakalah structure, the party managing the investment fund is allowed to take in fee from the capital contributed to the work done. Fee charge is fixed and unchanged even the investment made is not encouraging. This approach also include if the investment get high return, then the party that manage the fund also cannot take extra charge. Based on the study, the research found that the wakalah fee is fixed. For example, only 1% of the total investment and does not charge according market whether the investment is profitability or not. Other than that, there are no charge hidden that will be imposed on investor. If there is a hidden charge, then this contract are classified as gharar and will burn the investor.